global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Rivers State has turned out to be a theater for political crises, and it seems it's not ending anytime soon. Now, we know that there are more than two camps right now in this political camps. We have the Fubara group, we have Wike's group, APC is up. We don't even know what is happening. Now, very recently, the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission had announced a date for the local government election. Expectation is that preparation should be on top gear by all the political parties, but shockingly, some political parties have started using the instrumentation of judiciary against the holding of that election. And I'm just wondering what the future of Rivers State is going to be. Now, it will interest you to know that the APC had already stormed the court, and there's a court order that have been released which had barred a lot of things from happening, especially as it has to do with the local government election. Let me give you full details of it. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Friday stopped the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, from releasing voters registered to the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RSIEC, for the purpose of conducting the forthcoming local government elections in the states. Justice Peter Lifu issued an order of interim injunction against INEC while delivering ruling in a motion ex parte brought before him by the All Progressive Congress, APC. The motion ex parte was filed on behalf of the APC by a team of senior lawyers comprising Joseph Dauda, Sebastian Ono, and Ogu James Onoja, all senior advocates of Nigeria. It was brought pursuant to Section 13 of the Federal High Court Act, Order 26, Rule 1 and 3, Order 28, Rule 1 and 2, and under the inherent jurisdiction of the court as enshrined in Section 6 of the 1999 Constitution. The judges also ordered the River Electoral Commission and River Attorney General from receiving from INEC or using part of the National Voters Register relating to Rivers State to conduct local government elections in the state. Similarly, Justice Lifu restrained the Inspector General of Police, IGP, and the Department of State Services, DSS, from participating or providing security protection for Rivers State Electoral Commission to conduct local government elections in the state. Also, the judge issued another order directing INEC, Rivers State Electoral Commission, AG, Rivers State AGP, and DSS to maintain the status quo and develop and not to do any act or take any further step in furtherance of the conduct of the local government election in Rivers State. The interim order are to remain in force pending the determination of a substantive suit in which the APC is challenging the propriety of the conduct of the elections in Rivers State and local governments. In granting the interim restraining order, Justice Lifu directed the APC to undertake to pay damages to the 5 defendants in case its suit was found to be frivolous and that the restraining orders ought not to have been granted in the first instance. Justice Lifu also granted substituted service of the orders and other court processes on the 5 defendants through publication in 2 major national dailies before the adjournment date to attract the attention of the defendant. Meanwhile, the judge fixed August 2 for all the defendants to appear before him for hearing of the substantive matter. In a 13-paragraph affidavit deposed to by one Tony Okocha, the acting chairman of Rivers APC, he averred that originating summons were taken out against the defendants due to failure of INEC to comply strictly with the provision of Electoral Act in respect of the management of the register of voters which it intends to release to Rivers Electoral Commission or electoral body for local government election in breach and violation of the provision of the 1999 Constitution and the Electoral Act. The deponent averred that it is only the voter register compiled, maintained, and updated and kept in the custody of INEC that River Electoral Commission can obtain and use to conduct local government polls as River State Independent Electoral Commission is not entitled to compile, maintain, update, and keep in its custody any separate voters register. The APC acting chairman further stated that it originating summon and motion on notice are pending before the court for hearing and that it has become necessary to take proactive steps to preserve the substance of the case by restraining the defendants from tampering with or dissipating the main case pending the hearing and determination of the motion. He also averred that the APC in Rivers State brought the instant application in the interest of justice for the maintenance of status quo, antebellum, and preservation of the main matter. Besides, the deponent undertook to pay damages as may be directed by the court in case the application for the interim restraining order turns out to be unwarranted and frivolous. Meanwhile, all the 5 defendants have been directed to appear in court on August 2 to present their own respective response. It's getting serious again. Some time ago, Fubara had said that the worst is over, but I think that there are a lot of things happening in Rivers State which I don't know why judiciary seems to be the greatest instrument in democracy right away. Now, the elections were about to, preparation for election was supposed to start. But shockingly, new things are coming up. People are running to the court, making use of the court. And I'm just wondering where the democracy in Nigeria is heading. I mean, imagine in places like South Africa, in England, name it, countless countries of the world. Really, you see people, especially as it had to do with electoral processes or elections, rush to the court. But now, court seems to be far. Court has even replaced the people. Democracy in Nigeria has turned out to be government by the court, for the court, and by the court. And I mean, this is really troubling and shocking. People rushing and looking at just the whole suit. Now you are wondering, what is the head and tail of this whole thing? Why should INEC or the court stop INEC from releasing voters register for Rivers local government poll? It's for me, though I'm not a lawyer, but I think it looks very frivolous because whether we like it or not, the voters register must be used. And for now, there are a lot of people who have turned 18, who are qualified. There are people who were not resident of the state and all of that. Now that they are back, they are supposed to register so that the voters register will be updated. But with all these issues coming up, I don't know what will happen. I'm just grateful that it's the first sitting will be, I think, August 2nd, where the whole thing will be trashed. And thank God that they have already paid money in event of the case being considered unwarranted and considered being, frivolous. It will be, they have to pay damages for it. Because I'm just wondering, instead of you to align and do what is needful so that you can be part of the election, you're trying to call up issues and all of that. Whether we like it or yes, the will of God will stand in Rivers State, and the people will enjoy the benefit of democracy in Rivers State. We are hopeful that the preparation should be on top gear by other political parties preparing themselves for the election, because with what we are seeing right now, I think they are trying to mess up the whole thing. But Fubara and the people we had appointed to function in the Independent Electoral Commission of Rivers State, I think they are fit enough and they will do justice to the forthcoming election. Though I know there are a lot of fears everywhere as per some people want to be involved and they want to be elected as chairman. But let's see how it will turn out. That's what we'd like to leave you. Let's make a conversation.
Global happenings today.